last time we were together, CIA clandestine officer. We sat down. We had a great conversation. It's to the day. I think it's 3 years to the T. End of August is when we did it in 2022. And we had some follow-up conversations. You're like, I'm going to do this with the YouTube. I'm going to grow this. I'm going to do this. I'm like, this guy's going to do everything he wants. And then you said, in a few years, I'm going to disappear and no one's going to see me, right? So are you pretty close to that, where you're going to disappear?
Yeah, so my goal was always to do it before 2030.
Okay.
And then this year, in the last 3 or 4 months, we were able to hone it down to essentially a series of months in 2027. So
in 2027, you're going to disappear.
Wheels up in 2027, and then basically 2026 is just our chance to get everything rolled up.
So I remember, so that would have been that's why I thought about 5 years, because 22, you told me 5 years, so 27, you're gone. So as a person who's been in this world, and by the way, it's going to be tough for you to disappear. I'm kind of wanting to hear about. You see the interviews with you. You've got hundreds of millions of views. Your clips are probably in the billions on TikTok, Instagram, all over the place. The way you tell stories is very interesting. But one, why do you want to disappear? And two, how the hell are you going to do it with that hair that you have?
So the hair is going to go away.
All of it.
So all of it. I've got plans to donate it to a children's cancer nonprofit.
Okay.
And I'm super excited about that. That'll actually happen in December. I'll document the whole thing. I will continue to create content, but the content's going to be further and further from the real image of me. So obviously, post in 2026, I'll create content with a whole new look because the hair will be gone and some other things will change too. And then I'm planning on moving even further back so that I'm using real voice, but AI-generated image. So I might be a cartoon, I might be a real person, I might be whatever. But I'm going to experiment and explore with how that goes, because at the end of the day, you know this as well as I do, we're only here to feed a small percentage of our listeners. So all the virality might be nice, but it's really just a vanity metric. It's the core audience that takes action. That's who we show up for every day. And that audience, they don't really care what I look like. They don't care if I'm a cartoon. If they get the real information, the real knowledge, they move forward with it.
Well, why are you doing it?
2 reasons, right? First, I'm a dad, and that's where I want to put my effort first. And I always promised my wife and myself that while I build Everyday Spy, the company that I run, I'm going to treat it like a baby, right? Treat it like a newborn. But when my kids get to those teenage years, I want to be able to dedicate myself fully to them. My son's 12 right now. He is still very much a kid at heart, but he's going to get to those hard adolescent years, and I want dad to be there for him first.
But you wanting to disappear to no longer be seen so people won't recognize you, why do you want to do that?
That's the second reason, because success brings wealth, but not enough wealth to be able to actually protect yourself the most. Wealth like you have, you know what I'm talking about. You can fly private. If you don't want to be seen, you don't have to be seen. You can have people who do things that are cutouts of the actions that you need to take. I can do some of that. Anybody can do some of that, right? We can have shell companies. We can have attorneys that do stuff for us. But I'm not wealthy enough to fly private. So when I fly, I'm still recognized by dozens of people in the airport. They all want to have a conversation. And that's the people who support me. I don't know how many of those people see me and recognize me that don't like me, don't support me. And I'm not going to stop telling the truth as I understand it. So that means the audience that doesn't agree with me and doesn't like me is just going to keep getting bigger. And as I travel with children, as I have to follow certain rules of transparency, it makes me an easier target to reach. So it's got nothing to do with the business that you had, because if CIA wants to find you, they're going to be able to find you. They're Absolutely. Not going to have a hard time finding you. And MSS and SVR, every intelligence agency out there can find me in a heartbeat.
So your concern isn't any of the intelligence agency. Your concern is the average day-to-day person that doesn't like what you have to say and they disagree with you. That's your concern.
It only takes one.
That's true.
And if there's anything that you learn in the military and the agency, all rights, all opportunity lies with the unknown threat. So as you get more and more unknown threats out there, like the probabilities just continue to grow.
So that's interesting you're saying that. So have people come up to you negatively and said some things to you, or nothing yet?
I have only had 1 or 2 people say anything negative. Right? Okay. It's interesting. Flying into Miami yesterday was the first time that I had a really uncomfortable situation.
That was one of our guys. We intentionally did that.
But I had a local retired private investigator who interrupted my movie on the plane multiple times, dragging his granddaughter with him to like have a conversation. I was like, I'm trying to politely tell him I don't want to have a conversation. And then after we get off the plane, he's standing there with his family waiting for me to get off the plane to approach me again, trying to pitch his...
But respectfully, or he's trying to pitch you something?
He's trying to pitch me his private intelligence business, but I mean, respectfully as pushy can be, but still awkward.
Yeah, I can see that. So there's a guy in church that every time I go to church, he just waits all the way at the end and says, can you make this video for me? Can you send this to me? Can you do? I'm like, listen, you do this, like I want to come here and I don't want to be bothered, but it's becoming challenging. Okay, just a quick thought. When you're on the plane and you're with your family and kids, your radars are up for protection. What do you like to sit? What do you like to look at? What are you aware of? You know, your surroundings, what do you look at?
So we're always within 3 rows of an exit seat. CIA taught me very early on that you've only got 90 seconds to survive in the event of an airplane accident. So you want to be able to get out of your nearest exit within 90 seconds. So for me, I kind of put 20 to 30 seconds maximum to get past a row of people, especially in a panic. So we're always within 3 rows of an exit. My son always takes the window seat. He's the oldest, so he gets the window. My daughter gets the middle seat. I take the aisle seat. My wife is on the opposite aisle from me. And we both know that in the event of an accident, heads are getting stomped on, people are getting pushed. We're not going to play fair to get off the airplane in the event of an accident. In the event of some sort of hostile character on the plane, then my wife knows that I'm going to engage the hostile character and she's going to protect the kids. So we kind of have multiple different disaster scenarios in terms of probability.
And you guys have talked about this. Your answer was like this. It wasn't even a hesitation.
My wife is a catastrophizer, man. She runs through this stuff and she insists that we have a plan for everything.
What was her background?
She was a CIA targeter.
Oh, it's okay. Got it. Interesting. So that's right. Because when I talked to, we brought up the Mendes family, right? The husband and wife, the Jonah Mendes and what was his name? Tony Mendes, Anthony Tony Mendes. And then I just met another CIA, John Kiraku, who was here, who also, I think he was married to somebody who was also CIA, dated somebody who was CIA. It seems like that's a pattern where everybody kind of, it's an easier way of doing it. You know the life, let's kind of marry each other.
That's exactly it. I mean, we joke at the agency that it's the most expensive dating service in the world. But you put a bunch of fucking high-achieving people together and you make them all work 16-hour days and...
You can hook up. Yeah, John said, man, everybody was hooking up with everybody. It was wild what he was talking about. Okay, nowadays, more than ever, the brand you wear reflects and represents who you are. So for us, if you wear a Future Looks Bright hat or a Valuetainment gear, you're telling the world, I'm optimistic. I'm excited about what's going to be happening, but you're a free thinker. You question things. You like debate. And by the way, last year, 120,000 people got a piece of Future Looks Bright gear with Valuetainment. We have so many new things. The cufflinks are here. New Future Looks Bright. This is my favorite, the green one. Just yesterday, somebody placed an order for 100 of these. If you watch the PBD podcast, you got a bunch to choose from. White ones, black ones. If you smoke cigars and you come to our cigar lounge, we have this high quality lighter cutter and a holder for the cigars. We got sweaters with the Valuetainment logo on it. We got mugs. We got a bunch of different things. But if you believe the future looks bright, if you follow our content and what we represent with Valuetainment, with PBD Podcast, go to vtmerch.com. And by the way, if you order right now, there's going to be a special VT gift inside just for you. So again, go to vtmerch.com, place your order, tell the world that you believe the future looks bright. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.